Helen Keller. Her childhood. Helen Adams Keller was born in Tuscumbia, Alabama in 1880. She started speaking when she was 6 months old. She could communicate. When she was 19 months, she suffered a very high fever. As a result, she became blind and deaf. Personal information. When she was 19 months, she suffered a very high fever, which caused her a total loss of vision and audition. This illness was a trauma for her and her family. Helen was bright, but unfortunately she was also an unruly, spoiled child. Her education. Alexander Graham Bell taught how to speak to deaf students using a manual alphabet called visible speech that was invented by his father. He advised Helen's parents to take her to the Perkins Institution for the Blind. Here, Helen met Anne Sullivan. Helen and Anne Sullivan. Anne was loving, patient, and determined with Helen. First, she taught Helen to behave. Then, she taught her to spell words by signing them into the palm of her hand. Finally, she taught her to speak. She learned by feeling the throats and mouths of others when they spoke. Her learning process. The first words that she learned were doll and water. After 6 months, she knew 625 words. By age 10, she knew the manual alphabet, Braille, and could use the typewriter. In 1904, Helen graduated with honors from Radcliffe College. She learned to read French, German, Greek, and Latin in Braille. Helen was the first deaf-blind person to get a Bachelor of Arts degree. Her ideas. Helen became a defender of women and people with disabilities. She was in favor of women's right to vote. She was against war, child labor, and capital punishment. Helen made history. Helen wrote 12 books, including her autobiography. She traveled to 40 countries to talk about the problems of the blind. She became a symbol of courage and was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 1964. In 1965, she was elected to the Women's Hall of Fame.